Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mindy, and if you're new here, I've lost a whole heap of weight using GLP medications as a tool over the last 3.5 or so years. And today we're gonna make some protein muffins, specifically the viral 3-ingredient protein muffins that I am sure you have seen around on social media and the internet. I have tried several different versions of these muffins, and I finally arrived on the version that I like the best. So if that's something that sounds interesting to you, please like this video, hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already, and let's get into it. One of the versions of this that I have seen is using Kodiak Cake's muffin mix. I prefer the version that uses 0 sugar cake mix. The texture is better. They're not quite as wheaty because Kodiak Cakes uses a whole wheat flour. These just feel a lot more like an actual muffin to me. The 3 ingredients are a boxed muffin or cake mix of your choice. You're going to need a protein shake of choice. You need a 14-ounce protein shake of choice, or you can just use a high protein milk if that's what you prefer. I tried making these using one of my Fairlife nutrition shakes and found out the hard way that those are only 11.5 ounces instead of 14 ounces. They came out extremely dry and crumbly. They were no bueno. So I used the Fairlife Core Power. I just used the 26 gram of protein one. The 42 gram of protein one tastes way too proteiny for me. So if you wanted to up the protein, you can definitely use the 42 gram protein shake instead. And then you're gonna need a Greek yogurt or yogurt of some kind. I'm using the 000 vanilla. It just needs one of the little individual 5.3 ounce containers of yogurt, but I had this in my fridge already, so it makes no sense for me to buy another container of yogurt just because it conveniently comes pre-portioned for me. I will go ahead and weigh this out when it comes time for us to make this. The awesome part about this recipe is that it's extremely adaptable. You can use whatever flavor muffin or cake mix you want, whatever flavor yogurt you want, whatever flavor shake you want. So you could do a strawberry cake mix with a strawberry protein shake and a strawberry yogurt. And then you would have a strawberry muffin. We're gonna do a blueberry muffin today using all vanilla ingredients. I did a double chocolate one using the Bake Believe sugar-free chocolate chips, and those were delicious. If you're gonna make mini muffins like I'm doing today, I highly recommend using a mini chocolate chip because the big ones were a bit much for me, especially with the erythritol in them. That can have kind of a cooling effect on the tongue, and those larger chips, it's a lot more evident. I just realized how horrible my background looks. My apologies. If you're new here, I'm a mess, and that's just how it is. Hi, how are you doing? My name is Mindy. I am a dumpster fire. Without any ados being in any way furthered, let's throw this together. The base recipe, super duper simple, but I do have a couple of tips for making it come together a little bit more cohesively. The recipes that I've seen online, people just kind of throw all the ingredients in the bowl, and a lot of times they have like a bunch of like chunks of yogurt that haven't gotten beaten in correctly, and that's just not my jam. I need my scale because I didn't buy one of the individual things of yogurt, but if you bought the individual thing of yogurt, you don't need a scale for this recipe. I'm just going to measure out 5.3 ounces of Greek yogurt, 5.31, good enough. It's my kitchen. I'm the only one eating it. Calm down. Now I just need my shake. This is not refrigerated or anything. I'm going to add this to the yogurt slowly with a whisk. And I'm just gonna add a tiny bit, just like that much. And then I'm gonna whisk it until that's totally combined. And we're gonna keep adding little at a time until that yogurt is good and loosened up so that I don't have any chunks of yogurt in the finished muffin. And I'm not having to beat the heck out of the flour and build up all the gluten and make it so that it's not a fluffy muffin. So now that I've gotten it to this place, I don't need to be as careful anymore. Now we can just add the rest in. First 2 ingredients done. Now I'm going to wash my lemon. I want to add some zest because that's where a lot of the flavors are. You have all the oils in the skin. So I'm gonna wash all the people off my lemon. By the way, I don't think I mentioned this, but I have my oven preheating to 350 degrees. Here's a little culinary tip that nobody asked for, but I'm gonna give it to you anyway. Proper way to zest a lemon or lime or whatever is to just hold it like this and like press against and just rotate the lemon using your thumb. And you'll get nice long strips that you can then chop up if you want, or you can just leave them in ribbons like I'm going to, and that's probably enough. It's like 3/4 of the zest, and you can see it gets all of the zest off of the lemon without any of the nasty pith. Into the bowl. I am going to roll this to loosen it up, get it all loosey-goosey. I'll start with juice of half. Probably about a tablespoon. I'm gonna stir it so it doesn't curdle that dairy. I'm just gonna do all of it. This is like tablespoon to 1 to 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Open up our cake mix or muffin mix or whatever you want to use. Dump it in there all at once. I'm just gonna use my little spatula here to mix it all up. Thicker than the chocolate one that I made is what it is. Ooh, that smells good already. You could stop here and just leave it a lemon muffin. I don't know how lemony it would be. You would probably want to add more lemon juice than that. But I am going to add some blueberries. And this is just an entire pack of frozen wild blueberries. I think it's like 10 ounces. And I just put them in a colander and I rinsed them off and let them defrost in the colander. And we're just going to fold these in. And I like the wild blueberries because, well, they have a little bit more fiber, but I like them because they're smaller. Like, I'm going to do a mini muffin, so I don't want giant blueberries. I like the, you know, the Betty Crocker packaged muffin mix. You know what I'm talking about? With the canned blueberries. Those are wild blueberries. So I just like the size of them. And I'm probably overworking this batter, and I really don't care. I'm going to set this to the side. And this recipe will make either 24 regular size muffin cupcakes, whatever you want to say, 48 mini muffins, which is what I'm going to make, or 12 jumbo size muffins. So I like the miniature ones because they're easy to just grab and pop in my mouth for like a snack if I want one, or a quick dessert. You could throw some Greek yogurt on top of it, or some Cool Whip, or whatever the heck however you want to eat these. I don't care. And we're just going to use my tiniest scoop. I think this is a tablespoon, like 1 tablespoon. It may even be a teaspoon. No, it's got to be a tablespoon. Maybe a half a tablespoon. I don't know. Well, am I going to bother gracing these? I think I did last time. I'm going to play it safe. This Baker's Joy stuff is amazing. Like, it will keep anything from sticking. So I'm just going to do a quick spritz as some insurance. This pan is pretty good nonstick. And then I'm gonna fill my little muffin pan.
I've been trying my best for a while, trying to please everyone who's around me. I've been putting on a fake smile, even though I'm wasting time. I don't want to be trapped in a box, trying to be like the rest when I'm not. I just wanna go my own way, gonna let the past burn down, cause honestly don't wanna be stuck in boring conversations with you.
I don't know why this, I'm guessing it's the blueberries, because I probably had more blueberries than I did chocolate chips for the ones that I made last week, but this is definitely more than 48 mini muffins. I can probably get another 1 or 2 like cupcakes out of that. Ooh, that batter's yummy. So anyway, I'm gonna stick these in the oven at 350 for about 10 minutes. I'm gonna rotate them halfway through, and then we'll come back when they're done baking and give them a taste. All right, these needed probably more like 15 minutes, so I've let them go as long as I feel comfortable letting them go. I don't know why they didn't bake up the same way as the chocolate ones that I made last week. The chocolate ones were like perfectly domed. They were like nice and firm. These are real floppy. I don't know if it's the lemon juice that messed with the structure, but we'll just have to wait and see how they come out. Use my little silicone spatula to go all the way around the outside, just like Eminem and the Trailer Park Girls, and they'll just pop right out. Doesn't matter if they're ugly and squishy. If they taste good, then who cares?
I'm gonna leave it all behind, find myself, I'm gonna start over new. Yeah, I'm on my way now. I'm on my way now.
these first ones are cool enough for us to give a taste test. Let's break them open. See what they look like. They're definitely fully baked. There's a lot of blueberries in that one. The cake that's around the blueberries absorbed a lot of the moisture. So it feels like it's not baked, but it is. Don't use as many blueberries as I did. The whole package was too much. It tastes really good. I'm gonna try another one. Yeah, this one doesn't have as many blueberries. Let's see. Yeah, I messed up with the quantity of blueberries. Do like half the amount of blueberries that I did, but the lemon is good. Not quite tasty. I still need to figure out the macros. I will put them on the screen somewhere for you guys. I'm still not counting calories right now. I'm trying to slowly get back into the swing of things and figure my life out. Still working on switching psychiatrists. I found the psychiatrist I want to switch to. She's with the same group that the first one was that I saw. So I guess there's just a process to transfer me. I was supposed to have my follow-up with the first psychiatrist on Wednesday of this week, and they still haven't gotten back to me with the information to transfer because apparently the first psychiatrist has to okay it and the second psychiatrist has to accept it, and then we can schedule. I only have enough Wellbutrin to last through this Thursday, so I don't know how they're going to handle that. It's all life is lifing as usual. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Give it a try. Definitely try the tweaks that I mentioned. Like I said, I did the chocolate one last week. I used the chocolate zero sugar cake mix, the chocolate protein shake, and I actually used a whole milk yogurt last week. So I don't know if that would have made a difference, but it was on sale at the grocery store, so I picked it up. And I also added a teeny bit of oil last week, but these aren't dry at all. And I don't think the oil would contribute anything else except moisture. So the oil I don't think is necessary, and they didn't take as long to cook because I didn't have all the moisture from the blueberries. So things to consider, maybe try freeze-dried blueberries instead. I don't know. The fun thing is that this recipe is easy to experiment with. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for being with me here today and spending the time cooking with me. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
We're on a journey, looking back on the things that we've taken for granted, but feels like we're learning to be better without what's been holding